On the 2nd of February 2012, Papua New Guinea witnessed one of its most devastating maritime tragedies. The MV Rabaul Queen, a passenger ferry en route from Kimba to Lae, succumbed to the treacherous waters of the Bismarck Sea. Over 100 lives were lost that fateful morning. But amidst the chaos and despair, a remarkable story of survival unfolded. The story of a 9-year-old girl named Talita Piara. Through survivor testimonies, official reports, and the collective memory shared online under #TalkTalkPawa, we pieced together the harrowing experience of Talita and the final moments she shared with her beloved aunt. At 12:47 p.m., under a sky already heavy with the threat of rain, the Rabaul Queen set sail from Kimbe, West New Britain. Its destination, Lae, a 280 nautical mile journey across the Bismarck Sea. Built in Japan in 1982, the Rabaul Queen was acquired by Rabaul Shipping Limited in 1998 and certified to carry 295 passengers. For over a decade, it had been a vital link between communities along the coast. Talita hailed from the inland of East Sepik and the Western Highlands. The vast ocean was a world away from her everyday life. Swimming was a new skill, learned during those carefree days at Dami Beach with her cousins. Little did Talita know, those tentative dips in the ocean would one day become a crucial element of her survival. The next morning, as Talita and her family made their way to the Kimbe wharf, the weather was ominous. Dark clouds loomed, and the heavy rain had swollen the Dagi River.
My auntie from Morokia village brought me some mumutaro and oxen palm for the journey. I was traveling light, just a small bag and some snacks.
Accompanying Talita on this journey was her aunt, Shola Tom. A single mother from East Sepik, Skola worked for Talita's mother and was now tasked with ensuring the young girl's safe passage to Lae. By 11 a.m., the Rabaul Queen was teeming with over 400 passengers, including Talita and Skola. They found a spot on the port side of the promenade deck, one level above the upper deck. The ship was a multi-tiered vessel. The cabin and upper decks offered no seating. The promenade deck housed first-class cabins and some bench seating. Above it, the wheelhouse deck contained the navigation center and life raft cradles. The Commission of Inquiry later revealed that the Rabaul Queen carried 400 life jackets and 16 25-man life rafts, secured by hydrostatic releases designed to automatically deploy them if the ship sank. Tragically, many would never have the chance to use them. Adding to the vulnerability of the vessel, the windows were not watertight, a detail that would, in a cruel twist of fate, offer a slim chance of escape for some.
Soon after we left Kimbe, I started feeling sick. The ship was rocking, and the weather looked bad. Dark and gloomy with light rain and strong winds. I lay down on my auntie's lap.
The journey, as the weather worsened, a passenger named Philip Batari captured an image of the rough seas and posted it on Facebook. It would become a haunting premonition of the disaster to come.
By that time, I was asleep. The rocking of the ship made me so tired.
As the Rabaul Queen rounded Cape Holman and entered the Dampier Strait, it became increasingly exposed to the northwesterly winds and growing swells. The constant pitching and rolling made many passengers seasick. The rain and sea spray forced passengers on the starboard side to seek shelter, further overcrowding the port side and the interior of the ship, creating an unstable imbalance.
I woke up around 10 p.m. and went to the upper deck to wash. Even there, where that man took the photo, it was full of people. I went back to Auntie Shola, drank a Sprite, and fell asleep again. I still felt sick and didn't eat anything more.
In the dimly lit and overcrowded vessel, the night wore on, the storm intensifying with each passing hour.
The last time I saw my aunt was between 3 and 4 a.m. It was also the last time she spoke to me.
Suppose when something come up, you go.
I will never forget those words. It was like she knew.
Around 3:30 a.m., the ship altered course, navigating through the Siassi Islands and into the Vitiaz Strait. Now, fully exposed to near gale-force winds and 3-meter high waves hitting its starboard quarter, the Rabaul Queen began to roll precariously. Concerned by the increasing instability, the chief mate instructed passengers on the upper deck to move to the starboard side to balance the vessel. But with the sea relentlessly crashing over that side, most quickly returned to the relative safety of the port. As dawn approached, the coastline became visible. But the perilous conditions showed no signs of abating.
I was fast asleep. I didn't know what was happening. At about 6:15 a.m., I was still asleep when a huge wave slammed into the starboard side.
The Rabaul Queen lurched violently to port. As it slowly righted itself, a second, even more powerful wave struck.
The impact of the second wave woke me up, but the ship didn't return upright. It tilted further, and water started flooding in.
For a brief, terrifying moment, the Rabaul Queen remained heavily listed. Then a third wave hit the exposed hull.
The third wave splashed on my face. The force threw me against the rail. I hit my head and my leg. And then, I couldn't see my auntie anymore. In that moment, I just jumped. I jumped into the sea and started looking for her. I cried when I realized she wasn't there. Then I dived down. When I came up, I saw an orange life raft. Suddenly, someone kicked me and grabbed my neck. I pushed him away and swam towards it. I was shouting for help. A lady helped me into the raft. There were 22 of us inside, and it was upside down.
The capsize happened with terrifying speed. No Mayday signal was broadcast. It was the automatic emergency position indicating radio beacon, the EPIRB, that alerted the world to the unfolding disaster. At 6:25 a.m., the distress signal was received. Hours passed before the first rescue vessel, the container ship MOL Summer, arrived at 9:38 a.m. The MOL Summer, along with other responding ships, including the Cap Scott, Violet, and Zhonghe, began the arduous task of rescuing survivors scattered across the turbulent sea. Helicopters joined the search, guiding ships to life rafts. Many survivors had been thrown into the water as the ship rolled, while others managed to escape the upturned hull. The Rabaul Queen remained capsized for about 10 minutes before finally sinking, leaving a slick of fuel and oil on the surface. Life rafts inflated and drifted in the strong winds. Some clung to life jackets, desperately waiting for rescue. By nightfall, 246 survivors had been rescued and were transported to Leh, arriving in the early hours of the following morning. Tragically, only 4 bodies were recovered from the water. The remains of the missing, including Skola Tom, are believed to be trapped within the Rabaul Queen's hull, resting thousands of meters below the surface.
The year after, I went to Bukawa with my mum. It was hard, but it was a way to face my fears. I never took part in the anniversaries for a long time, but we went out to Voca Point and threw flowers into the sea for those who were lost. I still plan to visit Finchefin someday to pay my respects to my auntie and all the others who didn't make it. My heart was broken when I learned that Shola never survived. Above all, I thank God for sparing my life. I believe God has a plan for everyone. For me, it wasn't my time. God has something good prepared for me.
The sinking of the Rabaul Queen remains a stark reminder of the unpredictable power of the sea. For Talita PR, it is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring bond of love that, even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, can offer a path toward survival. Thank you for staying informed with us. If you found this report helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more news, updates, and stories from Papua New Guinea. Your support helps us bring you important information like this. That's all for this update. Thank you for watching.